Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I want to compare these two Rangers. So over on this side we have a 2021 Ford Ranger STX with four-wheel drive. Then over on this side we have a Ranger XLT TREMOR. So ideally I wanted this one to be an XLT as well, but we don't have any XLTs. We just have STXs right now. So let's go ahead and start off in the front here. So let's go to this one first. So this would compare with the XLT with the sport package. So XLT with the sport package would have like a gray painted grille right here, and then a gray painted lower portion. That's what the grille looks like on the STX. TREMOR, you can see it has gloss black for these two bars right here. It has these red accents in the middle of the grille, and it also is finished in carbonized gray. Also has carbonized gray for the lower portion as well. It looks really nice. Both models do have tow hooks in the front. Both models do have fog lights, and the headlight assembly seems to be exactly the same. Let's go ahead and go along to the side here. So wheels and tires, obviously there's a huge difference in the wheel and tire setup. So with the basic Ranger four-wheel drive, it has two 65/60 R18s. This one over here on this side has two 65/70 R17s. So you can see it has a lot more sidewall, and it has a much more aggressive tread pattern. Also, the wheel has a different design and it's finished in magnetic. Come on to the side here, it says XLT. If this one was an XLT, it's an XLT as well, but it says STX instead. Mirrors, all that looks exactly the same. Side steps. So the TREMOR has these cool, they're kind of finished in like a bed liner type material, and they look really cool. But for me, since I'm tall, I don't need steps anyway, so they're kind of in the way for someone like me. But you can see the STX has no running boards on it. All right, continuing down the side, no difference here. One thing I will mention is that the TREMOR Ranger is wider than a normal Ranger. So it does have that extra fender flare on each side. Coming to the back here, it says TREMOR right there. No, it doesn't say four-wheel drive, anything like that, but it does say TREMOR, so you know it's four-wheel drive. And the STX says STX four-wheel drive. And if this was an XLT, it would say Sport four-wheel drive on there. Let's go ahead and look at the back here. And right away you can see that it does sit up higher than a normal Ranger. I hope you guys can see that on camera, but it sits 0.8 inches higher than a normal Ranger, I believe. So looking at the normal Ranger here, the taillights would normally look exactly the same, but this one has the base taillights because it's an STX. So there's no difference in the taillights. The payload on the TREMOR is 1,430 pounds. The payload on this one is 1,512 pounds. So this one does have a little bit more payload, but they both tow exactly the same. They both tow 7,500 pounds. And this one has a trailer tow package, so that's how you know it tows the 7,500 pounds. Exhaust pipe, everything looks exactly the same on that front. So let's go ahead and look under the hood. All right guys, I'm not gonna pop both of the hoods because they're literally exactly the same, but it has a 2.3 liter four-cylinder, 270 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, hooked up to a 10-speed automatic. However, the Ranger TREMOR does get worse fuel economy. So if you look at the numbers here, you can see it says 19. I hope you guys can see that. It says 19 for everything, which is interesting. But if you look at the normal Ranger, you can see it's 20 city, 24 highway, and 22 combined. So it definitely does get better fuel economy with the normal Ranger. And this one is four-wheel drive, like I mentioned. So those are big tires, the wider stance, the lift, everything like that definitely makes the fuel economy worse. And while we're here in the front, I do want to read off some specs for you. So like I mentioned, it does have a 0.8 inch lift over a normal Ranger. It has Fox 2.0 monotube dampers with rear piggyback reservoirs. It also has a 30.9 degree approach angle, which is 2.2 degrees better than a base 4x4. It also has a 25.5 degree departure angle, which is 0.1 degrees better than a normal Ranger. And it has a 24.2 degree breakover angle, which is 2.7 degrees better than a normal Ranger. Also, the front suspension travel is 6.5 inches, and the rear suspension travel is 8.1 inches. It definitely has better off-road specs for the TREMOR Ranger. One thing I forgot to mention is that you do get some cool skid plates and stuff underneath the Ranger TREMOR to help protect all the mechanical stuff when you're going off-road. All right guys, excuse the background noise. Let's go ahead and look at the interior. Okay, we gotta stop that because that's annoying. So the seats, notice the seats, they are different on the TREMOR, so just pay attention to what these seats look like. I don't know what that's doing there. Take a look at the side, everything like that. Get a good look of the interior. It has the silver finish on this one. It does have the big screen because it has the STX Special Edition package. Take a look up here. The Tremor does have some switches right here. Just a regular headliner, LED lighting, no auto dimming rearview mirror, again because it's the STX. But there's not a whole bunch of differences on the inside for the Ranger Tremor, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you right now. And before we go over to the Tremor, I want to start it up real quick so I can show you guys the four-wheel drive. So you can see this one, it says 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. There's no button in the middle on this STX. Oh, sorry, had the AC going. And then it does have a rear diff locker and trailer tow mode. But like I said, there's no modes right here. So I can't show you guys any modes, but it does have sport mode on the shifter with select shift. Let's go ahead and hop over into the Tremor and see what that looks like. All right, guys, just open up the door of the Tremor Ranger. So you can see everything over here looks exactly the same, but the seats are different. So you can see it says Tremor right there. And it doesn't matter if you get an XLT or a Lariat Tremor, they all come with these cool, I think they call this Active X or like a vinyl, something like that. But it looks kind of like a leather, it feels kind of like a leather, so that's pretty nice. I really like the Tremor badge. You get the nice Milka, or what do they call these, Myco or Milko suede, something like that, inserts, which are really cool. They feel really nice too. I'm not sure how those will wear, but they do look really nice for now. You also get a leather wrapped steering wheel, but if that one was the XLT Sport Appearance package, it would also have a leather wrapped wheel. Let's go ahead and hop inside here. Start up the Tremor. All right, guys, just started up the Ranger Tremor here. That gauge cluster is exactly the same as the XLT. There's no sign in there that you're in a Tremor or anything like that. But you do have some cool off-road displays, which I want to show you. Truck info. So you can see it shows your off-road, your steering degrees. I forgot what you call that. But anyway, it shows how your truck looks off-road. Power distribution. So it has some cool little gauges right there. Also, you have these cool auxiliary switches. So that's different. You can hook up light bars, all kinds of accessories that you want. Looking down here, this area pretty much looks exactly the same as a normal Ranger, but if you look over in this area, it has this cool magnetic gray finish. I do like the way that looks. But other than that, the interior literally is not that much different than a normal Ranger. So to recap, you have these nice looking seats that are really comfortable. Back seats have the same suede material, everything like that, but it just doesn't say Tremor on it. And you do have a higher seating position, or I should say a higher, yeah, I guess it's called seating position. See, the mirror sticks up a little higher than that one. Kind of hard to see on camera, but it does. You also get these cool drive modes. So it says TM, I believe that means terrain management. Oh, terrain modes. Normal, grass, gravel, snow, mud, ruts, and sand. And adjust the four-wheel drive accordingly. And then you have 4 high, 4 low. Doesn't have 4 auto. If they included 4 auto, that'd be really cool, but it doesn't. You also get this trail control, and then you also have a locking rear diff. But other than that, the interior is literally the exact same as a normal Ranger. It does ride a little bit nicer though, I will say that. All right, guys, unfortunately I was told I can't take the vehicles on the street anymore, but I'm just gonna park it back in its parking spot. I already know how these Rangers drive though, and I'll just give you guys a quick little rundown of how they drive. Really good power, really good passing power. The suspension is a little bit bouncy. It does kind of wallow around a little bit. And the transmission is a little bit jerky in the Rangers. I mean, it's more jerky than it is in like F-150s and Mustangs and stuff. But not too bad. You kind of get used to it, or you kind of learn how to drive it properly. All right, guys, just hopped in the Tremor here. And like I mentioned earlier, the ride is a little bit nicer on these ones. It feels more sturdy and solid rather than the normal Rangers where they kind of wallow around a little bit. But I have driven one of these. If you guys want to check out my review, please do. It does have a little bit of tire noise when you're on the highway though, compared to a normal Ranger, because of these cool looking off-road tires. Definitely a really cool package. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.